Alright guys, now on the Blazer, I took out the axial 20 turn motor, put the 21 turn rebuildable generic brand that I had installed in this. This has a 17 turn to start with from Redcat. I put the 21 turn, it was much better in this truck than the 17 turn. But I put the motor that I took out of here into the Blazer, and I don't like the 21 turn as much as the 20 turn that's in it. But now I have the 35 turn axial motor in this Redcat and in my brother-in-law's truck. My brother-in-law's truck is great for slow crawl, and it's not very fast, which is good. So let's see what it does in this truck. I've noticed it does seem way more slower. Oh man, we all know how jumpy the Redcats are, and I'm running on a 3S on this one because I figure since I'm going 35 turn, I might as well go ahead and volt up, gear down, volt up, whatever they say. So now let's just see if it's got the torque like his truck has. I'm going to be so much happier. Let me turn this baby around and head to the logs. I'm already I can just tell in 2 seconds I'm liking this. Now it's amazing that the motor I had in here that was better, I didn't like in the axial truck. Oh man, so much slower. If it has the, oh man, the torque is there. And that's a 35 turn axial stock motor. It does great in this truck. Wow. Okay. Every time I do a little something, I start to really like this truck more and more. I changed the shocks and the new, let's just save it. I changed the shocks, and the new shocks I put on look just like the old ones, but they're purple. But they're nowhere near as good. I do not like them as much. I just put some new oil in them today. They seem like that might help. This thing's not very fast, but plenty of torque. Like I said, I'm running on a 3S. Let's see. That's full speed. But that's just so much torqueier than it was. And it never had a torque issue. I mean, it climbed anything I put at it. I'm not going to say that. It wasn't good. But look at that. This creeps right up it now. You guys know these things got so much flex compared to a lot of trucks. The Redcat Gen8 is a good bit flexible compared to the SCX10s. They're good, they're flexible, but not like this. But it doesn't do no good if your shocks suck and you're going to flip all the time. But I just went ahead and put a thicker oil in here, topped them off again. I'm actually using bar and chain oil because it's all I had. And it's doing better, but man, the torque is actually just blowing me away right now. For a stock axial motor, I can't complain about them. Except the wires broke off and had to resolder them. I mean, it's so much slower. This is a jumpy truck. You can't do this normally. Not this slow. Look at them super swampers grab. These are the RC four-wheel drive super swampers. I'm going to do a tire comparison video coming up. Which, you know, all I have is some stock tires, and I got these tires, but we're just going to do a test on them soon. Man, it's hard to believe that you can slow down a vehicle and like it more. It's completely the opposite of what you'd think. Usually you want more speed, but... And not a bad drag brake either. That's about a 35% grade, not nothing big, but... I'm going to turn the trim up if I can find it on here. Let me see. I want to see how much I can crawl with the trim like I was doing earlier on the other truck. It's pretty slow for a brushed motor. I mean, for uphill. It's just on the trim. How much does it bog? That's actually not bogging much either. I'll be darned. I like it. Luckily this one's got portal axles, because right here I hang up on most trucks. Oops, I started looking the wrong way. Not worried about it though. With these RC 4-wheel drive Super Swampers are pretty decent grabbing tires. And I kind of sprayed some dust down out here so it's a little bit less dusty. Okay, the oil I put in the shock is helping, because it was wanting to flip on everything. Especially this. You can't tell it from there, but if you look back here, you'll see it's pretty good angle I'm going at. Sideways, side heeling. Man, this thing is a lot better. Look at that thing just climbed like it ain't nothing. I swear it almost looks like, you know, a brushless setup going on. It's so torquey, slow. There's a lot of gear reduction in these trucks with the portal axles and all that. But man, I'm digging it. All right. And look at that drag brake. Let's see what it is once I come over the hill. Stock axial 35 turn motor. Look at that. That's impressive to me. My other truck just coasts right down it. Quite impressive. Okay. I'll make it down this without flipping. Oops, sorry guys. Uh-oh. See if I can pull this one out my ass. No. I think we're gonna have to go over to the dirt hill and get this one a little dirty today. I mean, it's still faster than I'm walking, so that's what really matters to me. If it can go faster than you can, who gives a shit, right? It's good for the trails then. Sure, a doggy tracking, there we go. Yeah, I figure, I mean, I'm not gonna run, that's for sure. Fucking just about to be 45 years old. Bad enough I'm still playing with the toys. Okay, let's see what you can do, girl. You've always been my favorite truck for a long time, you know that, right? Ah, bitch. Very nice. I'm very happy with this. 3S with a 35 turn. Look at this thing go right up this dirt hill. This is some dry dirt. I mean, dry. I guess the grass is about the only thing catching. I'm glad I put that oil in these shocks. It's really made a difference. In case you guys are ever out of oil, you got some bar and chain for your chainsaw, it don't do bad, to be honest. It's a pretty decent oil. I think my last time I done it, I just didn't quite have enough in these. But they're still not as good as the stock ones was, if you ask me. They're softer. I had to put the soft springs with them too. Alright, that's enough of that talking stuff, right? Let's see if I can get up this. Man. And look at that flex too, that thing flexes. Look at that torque. Oh, oops. I really don't want to get this truck filthy, but we're going to try a few different spots. I haven't made nothing out of this dirt hill yet. I ain't made up my mind what I'm going to do yet. This is my heaviest truck. And that's just really just stock with some weighted rims. The wheel speed though, just ain't there like it used to be. So I guess that's where you got to take the compromise, right? this is some dusty shit. I hate getting these things so dirty. I have to hose it all down. But when it comes to the dirt, it's dry. But I'm actually getting a decent amount of, you know, grip for what it is. But wheel speed is definitely not the 35 turns strong suit, is it? Which that's the whole point, I guess, right? But that's nice right there. I'm not gonna lie. I would much rather give up a little bit of that wheel speed on this truck. On the other trucks, I like the speed. But this truck, it's so heavy anyway. I mean, and it is touchy on a normal basis, especially the stock motor, man. It is a jumpy motor. This thing go to... Alright, I don't want to wash the truck yet, so we're gonna go find something else to find. I wish they had a 2-speed transmission in it. That'd be pretty sweet. It's hard to believe that's a damn 3S. Look at that shit. That's pretty bad, ain't it? I got my trim all the way up. Yeah, pretty much. Alright, guys. We might as well try Johnny's truck out. Make a video with it on there too. Only fair. One more time on the slope. I'm very impressed with that right there. This truck has never, ever been able to do any kind of slow precision with either motor I've had so far. But that 21 turn would outrun a lot of shit. What's weird is the 21 turn was faster than the 17 turn. This is a pretty torquey servo for what it is. I had to put a longer servo horn on it because it just didn't quite have the range it needed when I first put it on there. Uh-oh, she's gonna flip on this one. That's my little board that goes underneath it as a prop leg. Let's see what happens here. This ain't gonna be good. That board's gonna sag too much. Watch. That's the challenge of it, though. With this motor, I got a lot better option, and I think them shocks worked a little bit. Uh-oh, there we go. We'll just drag it down. Is what it is. Worked. Man, it's so nice.